Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to discuss a highly requested topic, and this is humidity and hair. How to deal with your hair in humid weather or humid areas. Before I get into the good stuff, if you're not already subscribed to my channel, then please take a moment to subscribe. I upload new videos every single week. You won't regret it. So the first thing that I want to tackle is the question of what is humidity, okay? Humidity is basically moisture in the air. What is moisture? Moisture is the presence of water. Like in America, for instance, I know some of you ladies out there watching are from different countries, but in America, for instance, when you go more toward the south and kind of the east of the country, the air is more humid, the summers are more humid. So let's talk about the science behind hair and humidity. When you live in a humid area, the moisture in the air, it wants equilibrium with the atmosphere. So if there's moisture in the air, pretend this is moisture. If there's moisture in the air, right, and your hair is dry, like my hair right now is blow dried, it's straightened, it's bleached, so it's a little bit damaged, it's a little porous, and I have naturally frizzy or curly hair. So my hair is very dry, there's moisture in the air. Moisture wants to create equilibrium in the atmosphere, okay? So what that means is that your hair is dry, there's moisture in the air, it wants to kind of create equality with the atmosphere, so that moisture is going to attach to your hair because it wants to create equality or equilibrium within the atmosphere, which is why your hair, if you have more damaged hair, if you have bleached hair, color treated hair, relaxed hair, curly hair, wavy hair, you're gonna experience the brunt of humid weather versus if you have naturally pin straight hair. You know, you might experience a little bit of frizz, but it's not as crazy as if you have more of a naturally dry texture. And generally speaking, curly hair tends to be more dry and more porous naturally. But on top of that, if your hair is somewhat damaged or you've used chemicals on your hair, that makes you more susceptible to humidity and frizz, okay? So that's the science behind why your hair gets frizzy in humid climates. Anytime that I'm asked the question of what can I do about humidity, what can I do to prevent frizz, I kind of don't know exactly how to answer because, to be completely honest with you guys, there's really not much that you can do, because that's like asking if I go outside without an umbrella in the pouring rain, what can I do so that way my hair doesn't get wet? You know what I mean? That's like asking if I take this glass of water and dump it over my head, how can I prevent my hair from reverting back to curly? So to demonstrate that, I'm going to dump this water on my head. Just kidding. You guys might come across different articles or videos that will suggest, why don't you buy this product or use a serum and we suggest this towel drying your hair. What a lot of people want to do is basically sell you products. Now on the upside, there are several simple things that you can do to at least make the most of your hair in humid weather. So I'm not here to completely disappoint you guys. I am going to give you some tips for dealing with humid weather. So my first tip for dealing with humidity in your hair is to wash your hair less than you usually would. There's nothing on the market that's better than your natural oils. So if you're washing less than usual, then your hair will be coated with an oil. So that way your hair will be more moist. So that way the humidity in the air that wants to create equilibrium with your hair, it won't affect your hair as much because you'll already have some moisture in your hair, okay? And also if you're gonna be using a product, then you wanna use something like a natural oil, like, I don't know, like an olive oil, apricot oil, avocado oil, like whatever oil it is that you like, then you should use that like for the ends of your hair or wherever in your hair that you experience frizz when it becomes humid. Now with that said, you basically want to keep your hair in tip-top shape in terms of health, because healthy hair has less porosity. So if I take a girl, right, and she has never colored her hair and her ends aren't split, she trims her hair regularly and she takes good care of her hair. Again, she has no chemicals, no color, anything like that on it. Her hair is gonna be healthy, right? And so her hair is going to deal better in humid weather versus somebody that I would take that, say, bleaches their hair and relaxes their hair and fries their hair and dyes their hair, like me, for instance. The healthier your hair is, the less porous that your hair is, the better your hair will deal in humidity. Another suggestion that I have is to get a keratin treatment. A keratin treatment is a product that is applied to the hair, and then you blow dry it into the hair, and then you flat iron it into the hair. It coats the strand, it smooths the strand, it's not permanent, it washes out over time, but it basically seals your hair. My hair does so much better when I do have a keratin treatment. I live near the beach, so girl, when I go outside sometimes when it's like early morning and it's really foggy or misty, then my hair just becomes super frizzy. If I do not have a keratin treatment in my hair, I could wake up in the morning with my hair flat ironed like this, and then if I go closer to the beach, my hair just expands and expands because I don't have that coating on it. So for me, that's one of the reasons why I do get a keratin treatment regularly. I do it myself. I have an in-depth tutorial on keratin treatments, which I'll link down below. It is a professional service, so you won't have access to purchase the product or do it yourself. It does need to be performed by a licensed professional, but it is so totally worth the money, the time, everything. So worth it. It'll make your life easier. Getting a keratin treatment is probably the best thing that you can do for your hair in terms of product or something that you can actually apply or a service that you can get. Lastly, my number one tip is that if you live in a humid climate, the best thing that you can do for your hair, honestly, is to just wear it natural. If you have naturally curly or wavy hair, just wear it natural. Don't try to get, I don't know, a weave where you're gonna have to like straighten or relax or press your edges or whatever. Don't try to flat iron your hair and do all of that, because then you're just gonna have to keep flat ironing it every time you go outside. The first time that I ever went to Miami, I'm like trying to be cute and everything like that, and my hair was just super frizzy, and every night that I would go out, I would have to flat iron it, and it was kind of pointless because then I would go outside and my hair would get frizzy anyway. It was annoying. So then I just got to the point where I'm like, okay, I'm gonna stop flat ironing my hair and I'm just gonna wear it natural. And I also do kind of notice, coming from the West Coast and going to the East Coast, I guess generally now natural hair is more in style. Wearing your natural wave or your natural curl is more in style. But I remember years and years and years ago when I first went like to New York, I noticed that a lot of girls do wear their hair naturally curly, which is beautiful. All textures, from wavy to kinky, super kinky. I noticed that a lot of girls wear their hair natural more so there versus on the West Coast, or at least in LA. I feel like weaves and wigs are super popular, which is fine. Whatever you want to do to your hair, I really don't care. But I noticed the difference in just the style, and I don't know if it just has to do with style, but I'm sure that it must have to do with the weather there, because like a summer in New York is definitely more humid than a dry summer here in LA. I'm sorry that I didn't, try to sell you guys some magical product that you can spray on your hair or apply to your hair that is going to absolutely, completely prevent frizz, because that just doesn't exist. Again, with my analogy, if you're gonna go outside in the pouring rain, you need something physical like an umbrella. There's no spray that you can spray on your hair so that way you can just walk outside freely in the pouring rain, okay? And I'm not trying to sell you guys anything. I wouldn't lie to you guys about anything. And I do like to explain things to you guys on a scientific level so that way you understand why things are the way that they are, why your hair reacts in a certain way. There is a science behind hair. Leave me comments down below. Let me know if you learned anything from this video, because that is what is most important to me. And let me know what you guys would like to see in future videos. And other than that, follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Snapchat, and Twitter. And you guys will see me in my next video. So thank you so much for watching. Bye. It's physical,